Hey guys, welcome back to another impressions video on a game that I beat recently, and that game is Batman Arkham City Armored Edition for the Nintendo Wii U. Now, let me begin this video by saying that I was a huge fan of the first game, Batman Arkham Asylum. I have that game for the PlayStation 3, and I love that game so much that I went out of my way to get 100% on everything in that game. I got the Platinum Trophy, found every secret and unlockable in the game. Really had a fun time playing that game. So it was a little bit weird that it took me this long to pick the sequel up, since, again, in my opinion, Arkham Asylum was one of my favorite games for the PlayStation 3. But it's been a while, but I found this to be on sale at Best Buy a few weeks ago. So I thought it was time to finally jump into the sequel for one of my favorite games this generation, and I'm glad I did. This is in a way it's better than Arkham Asylum. This game has a little bit more of a open world concept where you are free to explore Arkham City, which is this, I guess, city that was built to imprison all the villains in Gotham. And it's really cool because you have all these villains like the Penguin, the Joker, Two-Face, and they all have their own like sections within Arkham City, and it's really cool because each villain has their own members and gang members. So each area that you visit, you're able to fight different opponents. I'm really glad this game went with an open world concept. It gives you a little bit more freedom, even though if you're playing the single player mode, the story is a little bit more streamlined because you have to go from one point to another. But you're free to stop and do side quests or sub stories at the same time. So me personally, I focused on just beating the game for now. And it took me around 12 hours to beat the single player mode, which is pretty good. But let me tell you something. This game has a ton of unlockable, or not unlockable, but just additional content. Especially the Wii U version, which already comes with, I believe, all the DLC. So you get like Harley Quinn's side missions. You get the Catwoman's side missions, and I was a little bit skeptical about picking the Wii U version because I've heard some negative things, that the game doesn't run as well as the 360 version. And let me just put that aside, because the Wii U version, in my opinion, is the best. The game not only runs on 1080p initially, as opposed to the other versions, which I believe they run in 720, but the Wii U version runs in 1080p, and I don't know what some of those reviewers were saying, that the frame rate is bad. I have not experienced any dips on the frame rate. Well, I did experience some dips on the frame rates at certain points in the game, but they were never like game breaking, or the gameplay never slowed down to a point that it was a game breaking deal. Yes, there are some sections that the FPS drops, but it's nothing significant that it's going to affect the way you enjoy the game. So if you have a Wii U version, I'd say definitely go for this version of the game, just because it already has all the downloadable content and better graphics. It just looks better. And just seriously, don't listen to some of those reviewers out there. I don't know what the hell they were thinking, but the Wii U version runs fine. It does have some dips in frame rate, like I mentioned, but nothing that it's gonna affect the way you enjoy this game. Now, for those of you that are not very familiar with the Batman Arkham games, let me just tell you this right straight off the bat. In my opinion, the Arkham series games, they have the best combat system out of any game ever released, and I'm not exaggerating when I say that. The combat system in this game is so polished, it's so well done. It's once you get, it's a little bit hard to grasp the combat system fully in order to enjoy the game, because there's more. Essentially, this is a beat 'em up game, but there's more than just mashing the punch button. Than there's just way more than that. Once you learn to dodge and evade the attacks, once you learn to use your gadgets as you're fighting the enemies, and once you learn to set up really long combos and how to counter the attacks of the enemies, this game becomes extremely addicting. The combat system in this game is just the best out there. If you enjoy beat 'em ups or just highly polished games, buy this game right now. Whether you have a Wii U or not, buy the PlayStation 3 version, the 360 version. I'm sure they run just as fine, and you're gonna enjoy the game. Even if you're not a Batman fan, that's just an added bonus. If you're a Batman fan, then you're gonna love this game, because the game has it has fan service out the door. There's just fan service in everywhere, from just playing the game to the soundtrack. To the unlockables, you can go to the extras and you get like the art sketches from the game. You get character trophies, character biographies, and all that. So if you're a Batman fan, this is definitely the game to play. If you're not a Batman fan, that's fine. It's still a very fun game, and I do have to say, perhaps one of the negative things that I could find in this game is that the combat system, it's simple, but in order to have fun, you have to learn the ins and outs of the system, and that can take a while. Getting to know how to use all your gadgets, getting to know how to effectively develop combos while fighting the enemies, it can take time, and it can be a little bit frustrating at first. Just learning how everything is mapped into the controller, because this game has so many moves. It has your regular punch, your regular grabs, but it also has counter, evades, different. When an enemy attacks you with a different weapon, you can counter in different ways. So there's a lot to learn in terms of just the controller layout. But once you learn everything, I mean, this game is super addicting, super fun. The story is very interesting. It has a typical comic book type of storyline that it's very interesting to follow, and all the major villains make an appearance in this game. And there's a lot of post game content that will keep you busy for a while. As I mentioned, this game took me around 12 hours, I think, to beat, but if you want to beat this game fully, like 100%, I'm not going to be surprised if it takes you around 40 to 50 hours, because there's so much content, there's just so much to explore within Arkham City. There's a lot of side quests, sub-stories, DLC content, and whatnot. And this game is just a unique experience, and I do want to end up the video by saying that the implementation of the Wii U gamepad for this game is pretty cool. You can use your gamepad as like a virtual map where you can set up locations. You can also quick select several gadgets, and you can hack devices by using this like little mini game that it's on your gamepad. Nothing that really stands out as a system seller, but if you have a Wii U, those are really cool features that that make up the game more enjoyable. So again, if you have a Wii U, I would say definitely grab this version of the game. If not, still, if you have a 360, buy the 360 version. It's just that good of a game. And if you guys want to check a really cool review about this game, check out Coach Newman's review of this game. He also reviewed the Wii U version. I'm going to leave a link, or I'm going to have this video set up as a video response, because he did an awesome job. It's one of the best reviews I've ever seen here on YouTube, and he's a great fellow YouTuber that I want you guys to check out. But anyways, Batman Arkham City Armored Edition for the Wii U, in my opinion, a must-have. I can't believe it took me this long to get this game, but I'm glad I did. The Wii U version has some neat little extra features, and plus all the DLC content. So yeah, if you guys enjoy beat 'em ups, this is a really fun one. Fun story, great soundtrack, great graphics. Just buy this game now, really. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.